you are on the field trip from the retirement home to play Melee, or your mom let you stay out late to play Ultimate, if you are in New England, it is happening here at Critical Mass in the beautiful Melrose, Massachusetts, at the beautiful Melrose Memorial Hall. It has been a wonderful day of back and forth, nail biters, blockbusters, slobber knockers, and it will continue into top 6 here from the caster's booth. I am AG, and I'm joined by Lyric of Wisdom. Lyric, how are you doing?
I cannot believe that's how you start this. You start this vlog by saying either you're out of the retirement home. I mean, I got to give it to Melee, right? Melee came out in full force today. I'm Lyric. This is obviously AG. We're here to take you through top 6, aka the ending of our bracket today here at Critical Mass. Shout out to literally everybody involved with this event. So smooth. The venue is absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful. Yeah, no, I walked in and I was like, wait, hold on. This is gorgeous. I love a good one-day regional. If you want to talk about people in the retirement home, especially for Smash, you're going to remember those one-day regionals, you know, kind of like back then. But before we really jump into any of our action here, we are going to be cutting to our floor correspondent, Mr. Weimer.
Sideline. We have had a crazy bracket so far today, full of upsets non-stop, but there are 6 people left standing: the Buzz, Leviathan, GrlyTeenQueen, Just Blue, Antimony, and Luxa, and we are here to send things off. We're going to be starting off in just a moment here. I'll be coming in every now and again to give you guys an interview with the winners, some updates, but honestly, there's not much left to do but let it rock, so we're going to go back. AG and Lyric, have fun in there, guys.
Well, I mean, it's not the tallest order I've ever gotten from Weimer. It's going to be very easy to have a blast back here. You could already tell you're having fun.
Yeah, honestly, this has been such a funny block in the first 2 minutes that we've been on camera.
It's even better, too, because the lineup that we have is pretty wacky, to say the least, and it is going to be an interesting one to start us off. Just before we got on, we saw GrlyTeenQueen and Just Blue step up to the stream setup, and it's going to be a bit of a mystery in terms of what we're going to see from like character breakdown. Maybe not so much from GrlyTeenQueen as we hear the Bayonetta get locked in, but Just Blue has a pretty interesting roster, right? Yeah. We have the Alex that we would probably expect, but very deep pockets, very interesting characters to choose from. So as the matchup kind of pans out throughout the games, we may see something different, but definitely going to start it off with the expected Alex and the Bayonetta.
Yeah, this is kind of the DLC battles, and when you really think about it, both of these characters kind of ruined their own games, right? I mean, Bayonetta in Smash 4 and Steve in this game, but I'm very interested to see how Just Blue is going to play this. I feel like now by the time that we've gotten to this point in Ultimate, right, every Steve is going to play a little bit differently, right? Or we're going to play against more of a passive Steve who kind of prioritizes the material bar, or we're going to play against a really active and kind of go crazy Steve. But I think GrlyTeenQueen has the right idea when it comes to this style of Steve, right? Overflow, kind of get them really uncomfortable to feel like where they can't really get something started. And honestly, taking just a quick 45% and then resetting the neutral and finding the option again, pretty good.
Right, lovely. I mean, there was a lot of methodical play from Just Blue, but GrlyTeenQueen just kind of inching forward, taking a little bit of stage at a time, then starting with an explosive combo. And the pressure is not really letting up either. Bit of a miscommunication there on the left side. Gets stuck behind the block, but now holding down center stage and some more walls for some extra time to mine.
Yeah, I feel like the neutral between both players is a little bit sticky right now. Like, we're not seeing those combos come all the way through to fruition until that one, right? And that took about a minute to kind of get us going here. And I feel like, once again, when you're playing against Steve, it's about finding your momentum here. But it seems like Just Blue very comfortable on the gold materials right now. Does have the diamond ready to go. But I like essentially how we're trying to bait out an option by going to the crafting table and not necessarily building the material here. But back air not going to be enough just yet. And now here comes the setup here from Just Blue. Whenever I watch a Steve, I like to see how they set up their edge guards.
Oh, all right. Well, we're not going to see too much of it now. Huge reversal for our girl here, holding down center stage with that back air. Looking for something, just threatening the bullet arts, but not really going for it. Bit of a bait there, too, with the neutral special. Really good stuff, but looks like the wall is back up, and Just Blue actually ends up getting hit with a back air instead of finding the mark.
Yeah, still looking for like a very decisive like finisher from both players here. I feel like from a lot of our sets today, it's really just like come down to like a very interesting like shift in momentum here. It will be GrlyTeenQueen finding the back air, especially off of the blocks as well. And I want to see how GrlyTeenQueen is going to go on ahead and now play this neutral. Are you going to allow for Just Blue to mine, or are you still going to go for these combos? Honestly, I'm liking it all the way up here. A little bit of rage, and that'll be enough for GrlyTeenQueen to get that second stock off of Just Blue.
I was a little worried too because you have those extra hit points in the stone wall. It'd be a little difficult, or at least a little more to break through those walls. But GrlyTeenQueen just came roaring through with a big combo. Now, pretty much a clean stock deficit here. Just Blue's going to have to make something happen, but this is exactly a great way to get it started. 57 off of one little walking up tilt.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like, when you get more creative with your Steve combos, it's just your opponent has to really kind of, like, figure it out on the fly here, but good on Just Blue to get himself back into this game, at least for the moment here. A couple up tilts, but honestly, there's the grab, though. I like that option here, and here comes our first diamond material. Great air dodge off the ledge by GrlyTeenQueen, but unfortunately just followed the trajectory, and boom, there it went. But honestly, good stock from Just Blue, and GrlyTeenQueen gonna try and fire back just now.
Yeah, unfortunately getting caught. Heel sliding on the platform there, not able to get the afterburner kick. That one will get it started, though. Love that back air, too. And these witch times are so good, but the air dodge was pretty much perfectly timed from Just Blue to get around that. And now one up tilt again could get it started, but finds another witch twist.
Yeah, the witch twist and the ABK in these matchups are super, super important. But I also feel like it's also on GrlyTeenQueen to recognize when the combo is gone and then just let it go, too. You don't want to put yourself in too much a disadvantage here. Here comes the grab from Just Blue, trying to get the dash attack, but unable to find anything. GrlyTeenQueen, this is the thing with Bayonetta. You're always trying to read jumps, especially on Steve. Trying to jump out of that minecart always feels really good when you're able to get that. Trying to go all the way through the forward air, not going to be enough just yet, but I mean, Just Blue at 145 with not a lot of materials to actually work with, aside from maybe one tick of iron left.
Right. Had to use there for the minecart and one block. Now we got a couple of pieces of stone, but these kind of ambitious dash attacks are getting punished with a big back air. Next one probably would do it too. So kind of slow down a little bit, staying out of the range of that neutral special. And I like a little bit of extra defense against that back air with the wall here.
Still though gets caught up in the minecart. There's the diamond here. Honestly, Just Blue could sneeze this game away, but still GrlyTeenQueen gonna put himself into advantage here, at least on the ledge. I mean, this 2 cobblestone wall is really just so intimidating right now. And honestly, I don't blame GrlyTeenQueen for taking it a little bit slower. That's kind of where Steve really wants you in between the wall. But oh my god, one hit doesn't exactly do it here. Going to ABK away. But now you're stuck on the platform. Things aren't looking too good in terms of spacing. But there's the witch time into the up smash. It's going to be game 1 going on over to GrlyTeenQueen, but very, very close.
It was way more tense than it had to be. Each of those up tilts, even if they did not land, they threatened like so much damage, right? We saw Just Blue land so many follow-ups, whether they were early percent combos into the 60s or 70s, or pretty solid confirms into forward air, back air. One of them could have led to a very different outcome, but finally, as we said, the witch times were phenomenal. That one really exactly what the doctor ordered. Taking that first game, looking pretty comfortable.
Yeah, it's always the timings, right? Trying to read your opponent. That's the thing with best of 5, right? You have plenty of time to adapt to all these options here. But same start for game number 2, where Just Blue's going to go into the corner, honestly, and try and get something going here. But once again, I can always appreciate somebody who just doesn't fear Steve enough to just try and like approach and get something started, but then recognize, you know what, maybe I don't want to be this close, because honestly, in close quarter combat, sometimes Steve really just finds his way. But still, getting the signature Bayonetta combo, at least for the start here, good start for GrlyTeenQueen.
Yeah, a little extra damage with the bullet arts, but the problem is it just is so easy to respond back with almost as much damage. Bats within really helping out GrlyTeenQueen. Gets the reversal here too. Big opportunity to run away with a lead.
Still though, finds the witch twist up and still going here. 108 now on Just Blue as GrlyTeenQueen. Once again, just saying, you know what, like I can just afford for you to get a couple of materials just to be a little bit more comfortable here, but still finding the up tilts up. And now it's all about Just Blue. How do we find a way back into this? But the up smash not going to be enough still here. But here comes GrlyTeenQueen finding the Bayonetta combo, going all the way up with the witch twist. Not going to be enough. A little bit low for the KO off the top.
I'm surprised too. I definitely thought that forward air was going to do it, but we got the wall back up. Trying to put the pressure on, but okay, interesting. A little afterburner kick to get it started. Okay, minecart also dodging the bats within or the witch time right there, but
still though trying to find a way. There's the forward throw here coming out from Just Blue. Finds the reversal in the back air. GrlyTeenQueen gonna go up at least so far right now. But honestly, Just Blue, I feel like in between both games 1 and 2 has always just been like a couple seconds behind. It's just GrlyTeenQueen takes that opening Bayonetta combo and just takes it a little bit further.
Yeah, and like you said, a couple seconds behind, immediately catches up, evens it back up 2-2. The diamond came in pretty much exactly when Just Blue needed it. Trying to get something started here as well, but it's looking pretty tough. I mean, you know, GrlyTeenQueen has so many tools to stay elusive, stay just outside outside of the burst range, and then throw in that ABK or the heel slide to close the distance.
Yeah, absolutely. It's good spacing overall. It's not even like a Bayonetta thing, right? It's just like a respect and comfort thing here too. Still liking just the aerials to just break the wall, but not overcommitting as well. I like, honestly, the spacing we were taught. Okay, I did not like that though if you're GrlyTeenQueen. But it will be Just Blue getting set up here. Beautiful avoid through the back air, and honestly, it's all showtime right now. But I actually think Just Blue is getting out of these Bayonetta combos faster and faster as the set goes on.
Okay, as you say that though, there's another
anyway,
5-piece.
My fault.
The up air is the one that takes at that time, not the forward air. So kind of low on resources now, stuck on the stone and the diamond here. Kind of mining off of the grass a little bit too. Let's see what we can pull up here. Pretty much all high quality materials, right? You just have a full meter of stone and iron, which is going to be great to keep these walls built, because it's really hard for GrlyTeenQueen to get around those. You have to do several up airs. And iron, also not a bad tool either.
Speaking of up, you got to watch what's coming down at that point as well. But I love the crouch there from GrlyTeenQueen there, recognizing, you know what, a lot of up tilts, getting a combo just to prop up here. But once again, it's this last stock scenario where it looks like GrlyTeenQueen's the one who's really kind of pushing ahead. But then Just Blue finds this one hit, and then it's practically going to be even here. The bats within, like you said earlier, bailing out, but it's looking a little bit tougher here, looking like a lot closer for stock. There's the back air coming out from Just Blue. All he really has to do is get into line for an edge guard right now. But once again, beautiful aerial from GrlyTeenQueen.
Yeah, honestly though, there's so much of a momentum shift here, right? You know, everyone always talks about Wario with the waft, but like Steve kind of has that all of the time with the diamond tools. So you can see GrlyTeenQueen kind of like a little worried about that early string, even though it shouldn't have been so nerve-wracking. It's all of a sudden a very close game. The next smash attack from Just Blue could take the game, despite all that lead you were working with before, and catches the jump. So good.
Yeah, the problem is, right, this is the first time that we actually saw GrlyTeenQueen avidly go over the wall and then kind of go into the lion's den of Steve. And there you saw kind of the punishment for it as well. So you're seeing in the replay right now, right, GrlyTeenQueen actually chasing here. And when you're stuck between a wall and a hard place, right, there's not many places you can also go other than jump, and Steve always wants to read you out with that diamond back air. So that's the first time that you get a little overzealous and you lose for it. But honestly, good recovery from Just Blue.
Yeah, wonderful stuff. Staying so composed despite the deficit, and in the same way that we were saying, like, you can kind of get flustered when you're caught in the vortex that is Steve. Very, very accurate still for Bayonetta as well.
Yeah.
So Just Blue said, all right, that's fine. I'll take that combo. It is not a worry. I will come back down, mine my diamond, make some tools, and take that game home. And that's really a lot of composure that's necessary, but Just Blue made it pretty easy in the end of that game.
I'm liking how we're going to small battlefield now, too. Obviously, you're still same platform layout, but I feel like for GrlyTeenQueen's play style of wanting to box, wanting to fight, I actually really like this pick, right? It's a little bit smaller. We still have places to kind of like jump around here. Just to see how this one is going to go right away just with the ABKs. And you know what? I'm ready to fight here. There's the Witch Twist up, double here, and just trying to get a couple aerials to get things going here. But it will be Just Blue still stabilizing at this point and hasn't taken too much damage for it.
Yeah. Those special moves, you know, if you don't hit all of them, and if you don't combo them into aerials or like link them correctly, they don't do too much damage, you know. You can kind of take a couple Witch Twists, feel all right about it. You got some gold tools out of it, plenty of iron in the meter as well. That is one of the, you know, little upsides here on small battlefield too, but GrlyTeenQueen still keeping the pressure up.
Yeah, absolutely. You have to, right? Like, now you want to build your momentum back up. Here we go all the way up. A great air dodge out by Just Blue. I like how GrlyTeenQueen, though, going to continue with this edge guard, trying to land these back airs. Not going to be able to find all the way, but the shield looking so small at this point. But here comes Just Blue, finding a couple up tilts up air and a forward air. And now has the insurance diamond as well. So I'm interested to see how GrlyTeenQueen's going to play around all of it. Okay, I like the weight there, too.
Yeah, maybe looking for a spot dodge into the up tilt back air. Going to eventually get it after another little scrap in neutral, but I like that stall with the Bach. Definitely like an underutilized tool in the, you know, very, very ornate repertoire of Steve, but good use to kind of mix up your approach. Kind of playing it slow right now, looking for a dash tag maybe, but it's going to be another afterburner kick.
Yeah, that's yeah, jab for sure. One of the Bayonetta's most buffed moves, I believe, like across all of the patches. And now, honestly, GrlyTeenQueen with a little bit of a lead, just based off of how well he's playing, to be quite honest. Just this very carefully spaced aggression, not putting himself into too much danger. It's going to take Just Blue to get GrlyTeenQueen just uncomfortable and anxious for the KO again in order for him to bring this back. But honestly, if GrlyTeenQueen just keeps waiting like this, I mean, it's kind of this slow burn right now. Could be seeing a stock right here, and we will! GrlyTeenQueen right off the top.
Crazy presence of mind too. Each of those links in the combo were really good pieces of improvisation from GrlyTeenQueen. And look at this right now. This route too. Little up air to... Okay. I was going to say, a little up air into the reset for the ABK, but the anvil just drastically changed the momentum. Oh, it might do it again.
Yeah, absolutely. Every single time I see a Steve wall and somebody fighting Steve against the wall, I'm like, not looking too clean. But here comes GrlyTeenQueen once again, finding these witch twists up and respectfully recognizing, you know what, it's time to back off, try and find this opening in neutral again. But the up tilt back air not going to be enough with just Iron here. Has the diamond to work with and is going to set TNT. But the thing is, when you're playing against Bayonetta, she has just ABK out.
Right. A lot of the times when you're stuck in the corner, it's similar to flip kick in that way.
Yeah.
Although it's such a good combo starter. And, burst option. It's also a lovely recovery move we're seeing right there. Not going to find the hit there. Goes for a little bit too big of a swing with the forward smash. Doesn't find the mark with the anvil either. Kind of floundering right here. Looking for this stock, but that methodical play that we're seeing from GrlyTeenQueen is really all of the difference.
Yeah, absolutely. 102 though, so it's definitely not impossible for Just Blue to get started here. And there it is, just the runoff fair, the runoff backer. Always so good from Steve, especially with these diamond tools. Doesn't have another insurance diamond to go though, so if I'm Just Blue, I think I kind of want to prioritize that. A little bit of weird stage shenanigans going on, but this is so scary when your opponent just waits. The down tilt into the witch twist up. Okay, we're getting a little bit stylish. GrlyTeenQueen gonna take game number 3.
Yeah, that was just a microcosm of kind of the whole story of the game, right? That methodical play, reactive play, which I think was a very important part of it. GrlyTeenQueen said, listen, you're at 110. I know you're already feeling it. I just, countered your minecart. I'm going to have time to respond to whatever your option is because you're usually going to be too slow. And I didn't expect such an explosive reaction to said get up option, but not very surprising either.
Yeah.
Lovely way to close that game out.
Absolutely. Really good stuff from GrlyTeenQueen. Honestly, I'm really enjoying this set because I think it's a well-paced set. You know what I mean? I feel like both players are finding their options, but I feel like both players are also respecting their opponent enough to see their combos come full fruition here. But once again, as we've seen, just coming out of the gate already with the ABK Witch Twist, I want to see Just Blue played a little bit more aggressively off the start.
Yeah, definitely not a bad idea because we have seen some roaring starts from GrlyTeenQueen that we didn't even get through the title card before Just Blue was at 47%. No fault of production, it's just GrlyTeenQueen just absolutely out of the gates.
Yeah, absolutely, right? And especially when you're up one whole game, right? And you just kind of want this set to be over. You just want to kind of move it forward. You got to play it a little bit more aggressively here. So Just Blue looking to kind of stay in tournament and win this game, take us to our first game 5 of top 6. But man, GrlyTeenQueen has not been touched yet.
No, it's that kind of mix too. Like we talked about the reactive play, but basically getting that early lead and then kind of defaulting to that reactive play is really what sets it apart, right? Getting that early lead, and now Just Blue's going to have to make something happen. You can't really just sit in line either. Although these combos are a really good way to get it started. What a pickup.
Yeah, I love just the double dunk at that point, right? That's just one way to add kind of, pain to it all. But still, I always love when Steves go for the anvil drop through blocks here, but now GrlyTeenQueen could be suffering from a little bit of just decision paralysis of how do I get this stock right away? Finds the down tilt, but now honestly Just Blue is really high, and a lot of these confirms aren't going to be kind of guaranteed here, so we just have to call something out, just like a back air right there. GrlyTeenQueen, who started the stock off pretty good, did drop a little bit of percent, so I want to see how Just Blue responds.
Well, I mean, the story of the set has been, Just Blue a few seconds behind. Now we see Diamond Tools, we see Yapeo at 72. Big swings coming out in terms of the Iron Tools. I wouldn't be surprised if we did see a very timely response from Just Blue, but looks like we may have to wait just a few more seconds. Kind of stuck on the ledge right now, taking the time to mine and baiting out some sort of approach. Either ABK looking to get punished with these back airs, but Just Blue can't find the mark quite yet.
Yeah, and honestly, GrlyTeenQueen's I'm pretty much okay with that, right? I still have this good enough distance. I still have my combo game when I need to rely on it. Has one diamond on Just Blue's side, but notice every single time the wall is up and GrlyTeenQueen approaches. Now, granted, it didn't lead into stock that time, but that's definitely information for Just Blue. But combo off the wall here. I love when players just take Steve's wall and are like, bet that's another wall for me to work off of too.
Don't mind if I do. I love the back hit up air combos too.
Yeah.
Lovely angle on that throw. Another diamond, but really, like, at this point, when you're in this situation, it doesn't matter what you do. That is, GrlyTeenQueen is just going to make it look bad.
Yeah, honestly, just the weight every single time. That's how you know GrlyTeenQueen is comfortable. Not going for the flowchart every single time. And I've always said that a player having a flowchart is not necessarily the worst thing in the world, right? But how do you adapt your flowchart to your opponent every single time? Things are working out really well for GrlyTeenQueen, but Just Blue is going to get the stock here. Just has to figure out a way in, because once again, it's always GrlyTeenQueen with the first strike.
And look at, you talk about waiting, that combo was extended because of 2 weights. Just Blue throwing out an air dodge pretty much right out of hit stun. And GrlyTeenQueen went with heel slide or afterburner kick to punish after the fact. Very good stuff.
And still though, going to bounce off of just the block there. And once again, GrlyTeenQueen is just going to anticipate Just Blue to be the one that at least walks in and just punishing accordingly with the back air. Granted, it didn't get the KO, but honestly, Just Blue definitely not out of it just yet. I mean, there's 2 stocks, and Steve has a lot of rage and a diamond as well. This is the perfect time to start getting your materials back here.
Right.
But I want to see, because once again, GrlyTeenQueen, the patience. This player does not crack under pressure.
Definitely not. Stoic as ever, center stage. That back air will finally do it. And all of a sudden, that's a lot of pressure off. It felt functionally even with 2 stocks apiece. Now Just Blue's going to have to try and make something happen, maybe with a big swing here. We saw a couple of attempts with like forward smashes to read some of the more ambitious approaches, but it's going to be the good old jump over the wall that you mentioned earlier, getting punished with that back air.
Yeah, doesn't have enough power to KO though, so now it's all on Just Blue. How do we get the stock? And honestly, there it is. I mean, you throw out enough stuff, your opponent's going to get kind of forced into the corner and get hit by something, right? But gotta look at the material bar here. Does have the insurance diamond, so that feels good for Just Blue. And honestly, if I'm Just Blue, I'm just going to revamp on my materials at this point, right? We don't need to like rush in, because that's what GrlyTeenQueen has been capitalizing off of every single time. Now we have a full material bar. Now's the time for us to go where we can kind of throw out these minecarts here. Here comes these up tilts though, AG.
Just barely missed that follow-up there. Still keeping the pressure on, though. Afterburner kick, really good way to break it up. GrlyTeenQueen on the offensive right now. 62 out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's what you got to do, right? And that's what GrlyTeenQueen has been doing this entire set of just consistent straight damage. Going to get caught up by the minecart, nothing too crazy yet. Actually gets the hit out of it here, but now Just Blue at 92% there. It is going for the up tilt, still going to be able to pick it up with the witch twist up. Going to wait out the anvil drop as well. We saw GrlyTeenQueen lose a stock to that a little bit earlier, but patience is a virtue in this set so far, and I have to say GrlyTeenQueen getting so much mileage off of it, but Just Blue getting the bounce off the wall, the ricochet, the minecart comes in, but no direct follow-up until this one here. Now it's all GrlyTeenQueen. How do we get out? You have 2 walls that you got to get rid of here. Trying to punish any type of aerial. Good hold on the shield here. Oh my god, bounces the minecart back. Good air dodge in, but the F smash going to cover here. GrlyTeenQueen, who was so comfortable on this last stock, might actually be taking us to a game 5 right now, because honestly, Just Blue looks even better now than before.
Yeah, and these walls are so tough to get through. Stone and iron at the top there. So many down tilts. But the forward smash knocking on the door, and what an answer. Oh my goodness.
We're like doing math in our head of like, all right, so because there's iron and steel and cobblestone, how do we get around this wall? Just breaking the bottom block, right? Or, did we even?
Up?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
we broke the bottom, and then we just chipped it enough to just have the F smash go through. I do believe we currently have an interview lined up with GrlyTeenQueen, so we're gonna send it on over to our floor correspondent, Weimer.
All right, hi. Sorry for the delay, folks. We got a communication breakdown a little bit here. Welcome to the sideline. We got Tay Juice again. It's been a while since I last saw you. How has that path been so far?
It's been interesting. I've had a lot of kind of top tiers that I've had to play against, but you know, it's gonna come with any other bracket that you play in that's like this big, so it's been a good ride.
You are now guaranteed 4th after initially being seeded to finish 9th, if I'm not mistaken. I believe you were seed 10, so yeah. Okay. Good improvement. How do you feel about that?
I'm feeling good. Actually, I didn't think I'd get this far, but I guess good job me at IDK. Like,
no, I totally get it. Yeah, I don't know. It's been a crazy run so far. You have been kind of the secret invader that's come through the bracket and taken a lot of names. I believe your next match is going to be against Antimony. You just double eliminated Just Blue as well. So what's that thought process with all the Steves?
So I have never beaten Antimony in my entire life. It will probably stay that way, but I can be hopeful.
Well, you did just take out Just Blue 2 times, so hey, there's hope. Anything else you want to say before we send you back on your way?
Not really. Just chilling, yeah.
All right, thank you for coming out here. Lyric, AG, back to you.
I love Smashers.
So
man.
great.
Smashers are so funny, like whether they know it or not.
Yeah, intentional or
Honestly,
otherwise.
I didn't expect to make it this far, but honestly, I got that. Like, I'm pretty good. So, honestly, shout-outs to Tay Juice, Slay Juice, GrlyTeenQueen, whatever tag they're going by. Honestly, a really good Bayonetta play. You always love to see good Bayonetta play. But you know what I also love to see?
Please
Winners